Hello. Let me just check the audio because I've messed around with so many things that I don't have. So many things have changed. I have no idea what's going on. It is a pretty Christmas dress. I never got round to finishing it off. It was supposed to be all like shaded and stuff, and then I shaded it, and then the file corrupted, and then I got left with the basic coloured version. And I just never had the time to fix it.
Can't believe you've been doing this for half a year. Dress is amazing, BTW.
So that's what I had to. That's what I streamed it with over Christmas. Thank you, Adam. I was just talking about how cursed it was. Thank you for the sub. It is kind of crazy when you think it's been half a year. Christmas. I don't know. I think I started in March. I think maybe I had like the official debut in like April. I'm having an alright day. Yeah. Yeah, because then I played Book of Unwritten Tales 2 for like most of the summer. Oh, it took till like July, I think, to get affiliate. June, July. There is no update. Yeah. Not at least that I've been told. But it'll probably be. It's just the paperwork. It's just the paperwork that One second, I need to turn the brightness up on the thing that I have chat on because I can't see you all. There we go. But yeah, I was talking about this dress. This is probably the last time you're gonna see it. Because obviously it's not Christmas anymore. But I thought, oh, it's on theme. And then I was talking about how it's cursed because the file where I finished it off and did all the shading corrupted, and I never got round to fixing that. And then what else was there? I'm gonna put it in the rotation though, so if you do the wheel spin at some point in the future, might be able to make it Christmas again. There's a lot of things that'll happen this year with graphics on stream, hopefully. You have no idea how many tabs I have open right now. I literally have a schedule for myself to tell me what to do at each part so I don't forget anything. Oh. Next week. Yeah, I'm going to tell everyone. Next week, there will be a stream, probably on Tuesday, and it will be playing Valiant Hearts again. We're going to play Valiant Hearts till it's finished. So if I find out we're moving sooner than I think that we are, I might might do a NaNoWriMo-esque streams where I just stream at random times when I have actual time to finish the game before I move, because I feel like that would be incredibly frustrating for anyone. I have recorded it, so it will end up on YouTube if you missed any of it. What else was I going to tell you? I think that's the news section. Maybe let me check. Yeah, that's the news section, and I've just I just realized how cold I am right now. So I'm gonna go put a jumper on and then I'll be back. It'll be like 2 minutes. Because it's freezing in here. I'll leave you in the be right back screen. And then when I come back, we'll start other things. And I'll need everyone's help because I have no idea how cursed the audio for the different new scenes will be. So you'll have to help me with that. Right, bye bye for 2 minutes or so. Right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm trying to think. There was something else that I was going to tell you. there was something else. Oh, I remember what it is. I have a lot of YouTube stuff set up to auto post for like 2-ish months or something. So if I move and we have no access to the internet for a while, there will be stuff that you can go watch if you want to see the past. I'm trying to get all the Book of Unwritten Tales 2 stuff done before I go, so that it's done. Because I'm sick of watching it. Because those streams take so long to edit because of just how we played it. Hey Chad, nice to see you. It was fast because I had a jumper in the bathroom that I could go get, but I forgot how uncomfortable this jumper is. So I'm thinking I might have to leave you again for another minute to get a different one. It's nice to see it. So many people in here. Yeah, I'm just I'm gonna go get this other jumper because otherwise I'll just be thinking about how uncomfortable it is the whole time, and no one wants that. That'll be 2 seconds. I didn't know there was a stage in here. Luckily, I did find the clothes that I was looking for. But I have no idea if I can ever find my way back to the place where the just chatting part of stream is, because there's so many doors in here. This is the one of the scenes that took me forever to make because I hated everything I did. Also, for some reason, chat is real small, and I don't remember it being this small when I set it up, so I'll make you a little bit bigger. Actually, on this screen, you should probably be a bit bigger. Should I put you up here? Aha, you can see what you've written if I put you up here somewhere. Where do you go? Oh, there we go, we can fit more of you on. So, this outfit took so long to decide because I was looking all over the internet. I had a Pinterest board of like, ooh, let's have like an awards show dress. And then I hated all of them and I drew about 8 different ones. And for some reason, I decided to make a green one when I used green for the green screen. And then I was like, why is it not working properly? And then I was like, oh. I finally fixed my body so that the clothes that I was wearing before don't like peek through. It's great, it's great. This is another outfit that's going to go in the wheel of outfits. But I suppose since we're here, we should all look at the awards that can be won today. I don't know what to call it yet, but here is the award that's up for grabs tonight. This golden hedgehog. This also took so long to draw and it looks terrible, but that's what I do for making it the day before. As Brooke can attest to, I was, for some reason, decided I decided to start making stuff for this on Wednesday, and then for some reason I thought on Thursday that Friday was Saturday. So I worked so hard to fix it all on time to stream it on Friday, and then realised that Friday was not Saturday. But we'll put this little hedgehog away until he's needed again. Welcome to the 2022 end of year Shinyhedgepig Awards, sponsored by Twitch Chat. With me, your host, Shinyhedgepig. I was chosen to host these awards because there wasn't anyone else to do it, but I'm still happy to be here and to help us all reminisce about the streams of 2022 in all of their cursed glory. And they really were cursed. And where would we be without learning about the history of stream? All of this started in March 2022, but if we want to actually go back to the actual ancient origins of stream, we have to acknowledge a certain streamer that we all know, Mr. Adamantly Me, for his continued insistence that I should stream. And that insistence started in, I think, 2019. And it only ended when I actually did start streaming in 2022. So we can say that he was very consistent in trying to get me to do it, and I was very reluctant to do it. And then the big the surge of VTubers happened, and I was like, oh, I can do this without having to show my face, because I was a PNG on YouTube for a while. If there's any streamer in any platform out there that's converted a higher proportion of their audience into streamers, it would have to be a Guinness World Record. I feel like Adam probably has a higher proportion of streamers in their audience than literally anyone else on Twitch at this point. Stream started on a day where I decided to play Minecraft, and that was a very long time ago. Actually, it might have been a drawing stream. I remember that original Minecraft stream because there's a quote on the channel from it where, because I was looking at a sheep, I think, and I was like, I like cows. At Easter, I got a part-time job working with children, and that affected the stream schedule a lot. But it helped me get out of the house more often, which means that I have more just crazy things happening in my life to tell you. Like that time that I was on a bus and a woman got on with a chicken in a handbag, and you think, not abnormal to have a chicken in your handbag, but it was a live chicken. All the time I got on a bus and there were some guys taking a like 50-inch TV home on the bus, and it wasn't in a box. And we talked about whether we thought that it was stolen or not. In July or June, possibly June, the stream was upgraded to an affiliate stream with the help of everybody. Something that I'm really grateful for. I'm really great because I'm really grateful. I didn't really think this was something that I was still going to be doing in 2023, but here, here we are. I honestly thought I would just go back to making weird YouTube videos, as I have been for many years. In September, we had the first on-stream hand reveal. No, with no gloves. The horror. And that was part of the beginning of craft streams, which is something I want to do more of in the future. We got raided by people and we raided people. November brought extremely random and unpredictable NaNoWriMo streams. Streams where you could witness my mind melting and me gaining repetitive strain injury in my hands from handwriting 50k words in real time. I read you books that are so old that I can't get copyright struck for reading them. And we talked about how weird they were. We played games, and now here we are, looking at how far the channel has come. It really has come a long way when you think about it back then. There's so many things I didn't have set up back then. There's so many things that need to be fixed that I'm set up then and like still haven't been fixed. Like I've only just fixed the clothes problem. And now like I remember when the music used to like melt people's auditory nerves because it wasn't balanced. I say that like it's fixed, and it definitely isn't fixed, but it's definitely better than it used to be. And to see just how far we have come. Don't worry, we're not watching the debut stream. I'm saving that for the stream anniversary in March. Or April, I don't know. Because I thought that would be funny. We can all see how cringy. What we're gonna do is watch one of my old YouTube videos. And if I remember correctly which scene that is, it's here. Look, beholds the PNG that I once was. I'm so round. Look at me. I have a body there. I have a whole body. I both upgraded and downgraded since then. I really want to make these overlays again though, because they're very cute. I'm not going to force you to listen to the whole of this video, unless you want to. But I just thought it'd be nice to see what things were like back in the day. Let me check that there we go, my YouTube isn't like muted for some reason. The recommended down the side of this is quite funny. But I will start the video and then we can figure out the audio if it's terrible. Whilst in uni, I got very burnt out with reading in the time that I've been off, which is like over a year at this point. I haven't really picked up a book for pleasure reading, which is something that's very unusual for me. Like I have been reading online novels and fan fiction on places like Wattpad, but I haven't been reading any of the and now we have no audio. I did say it was cursed. Maybe this is why my desktop audio is really low. Let's try again. Would it be a me stream if it wasn't audio wasn't cursed? Let's try again. Whilst in uni, I got very burnt out with reading in the time that I've been off, which is like over a year at this point. I haven't really picked up a book for pleasure reading, which is something that's very unusual for me. Okay, there is audio. It's just really quiet because I spoke at like 2 decibels back then. So I need to boost it. I need to remind myself to come back and unboost it for later on, because otherwise I'm really gonna hurt your ears. Here we go. Start again. Whilst in uni, I got this might be too hard. Burnt out with reading in the time that I've been off, which is like over a year at this point. I haven't really picked up a book for pleasure reading, which is something that's very unusual for me. Like, I have been reading online novels and fan fiction on places like Wattpad, but I haven't been reading any of the,
I am turning this up again for a bit.
hundreds of books I have in my house. I was the sort of kid that asked Santa for books instead of toys and for Christmas, and I used to save up pocket money to buy books at the local bookshop, which is now a Wetherspoons, but most of the books that are actually mine in this house are real big fantasy tomes, and starting with something like that is kind of intimidating. So I'm going to start with the little kids books that have been passed down through me to both my sisters, who are now too old to read them really. It feels a little weird, but I think that starting with something that feels easy is going to be very helpful in getting me back into reading for pleasure. And so this decision started me reading every Thomas the Tank Engine book that we have here. So like, if you can look at that stack of books, this mess here, I thought that this pile here was all of the Thomas books. All the days when I actually did my nail polish. And then I got to put them all back in the bookcase after reading them, and I find that there's this huge book. And then my sister properly destroyed that book at some point. We've got an annual from 2010. We've got a sticker book. We've got a Peekaboo Choo Choo book. We've got Edward's Brass Band, and we've got an annual from 2011. So like, it's not even started. It's not even started. It's so hot today, and I've only just decided to take this off. I don't know why. I still have that jumper somewhere. Now the only one left. I think I probably already packed it. Go to move. It's going to take forever to read this. I forgot I used to do these things in video. I finally finished this book. I finally finished the book. That book was really heavy. After reading all of those books, the first thing I want to say is that I didn't realise how many we still had in this house. And some of them are literally from when I was a child, because the publishing date is like 1988 and the newest is from 2011. Reading all of these books though is really, I think that's enough of this. I was doing that as a child and watching this video VHS tape of Thomas the Tank Engine, the Ringo Starr. As you can tell from how boosted I had to make the audio so you could actually physically hear me, that would be a nice reminder of where we've come from. You can actually physically hear me now. I've got to fix the desktop audio so that I don't kill you later. There will be many issues as we go through this because I haven't tested all of the scenes. Thank you for your understanding. But yeah, I I want to bring back doing book reviews. Well, that series originally started because I got so burnt out having to read journal entries in university, like medical journals and stuff, and textbooks, that I just stopped reading. I didn't even read fan fiction, which is very weird for me because I spent a lot of my childhood reading fan fiction. I was the sort of kid that I would leave for school at like 8:30 or something, and I would read fan fiction till like 8:28. um, but yeah, like I just thought, oh, reading kids' books will be easier because they're shorter. The words in them are easier to understand, and it's just like the stories tend to be more tropey, so it's easier to like understand where the story is going. And then we just have a load of Thomas books from when I was little, and my little sister was into them too, so we kept them, and we still have them. And at the time, we were trying to get rid of some of the books that we had, so I was reading through some of the kids' books we had to see like what would I actually want to give a kid in the 2020s. Like, yeah, if my sister were to have a kid, or we were gonna donate them or whatever, like, what books would I be happy for a modern child to read? And just like to remember like why I loved that series so much, because it was really very dear to me. Certainly you can look back through things and like find out they were terrible. But actually, I found reading Thomas books that they were a lot deeper than I thought they would be, and like they were a lot more. I don't know. There was like a lot deeper meaning you could get from them than you would think. But yeah, that video I made, uh, and I had to edit a lot. I had to edit it so much to make it not be incredibly stilted, because back then when I used to talk, I used to be very like, you might think that I like pause a lot now when I talk, but it used to be a lot worse. So when I edited that video, I had to edit out like massive amounts of pauses between words so that they would make sense, because it was like painful to listen to. But I also used to speak that quietly. Just IRL as well. So we can rejoice that the audio for stream isn't as bad as the audio for YouTube videos used to be. And like I don't have to spend like hours in Audacity trying to after trying to fix it and make it listenable too. I used to also record audio off my phone, which did not help. Quite literally, yeah. When I first uh turned up on Twitch, I didn't really talk at all IRL. I'm going to talk about that later. And I really want to bring back those overlays because I think they're very cute. It's a good, I don't know, they're aesthetic to me, and I really like the clothing that I had in that PNG version of myself. So I'm gonna think about redrawing it because I don't have them anymore. They died in the great motherboard failure that killed my last PC. So RIP to them. Hopefully we can bring them back from the dead. So if you ever watch that video, you can find out my thoughts about the Thomas the Tank Engine universe. Though it's they added a new character this year, so it's kind of out of date a little bit. It's a brake engine that I can't remember the name of right now, who is autistic and is voiced by an autistic actor in both the British and American versions. I don't know if it is in other languages. And I thought that was really sweet, like a sweet nod to the fact that so many autistic people love Thomas the Tank Engine and trains and stuff in general. I should probably make a video on that at some point, but work? Me? Make videos for YouTube again? But now we should probably move on to the thing that everyone is actually here for. The reason the stream is happening, the reason that you came to stream, the awards. We've already seen the Golden Hedgehog. The awards. Let me find which, where is it? Let me find the scene that I'm looking for. Oh, let's hope that it's the right scene. And the first award is Emo of the Year. Oh, let me find notes for this. The first award is Emo of the Year, as I've said about 3 times at this point. Emo of the Year is sponsored by Twitch Chat. Literally. Emo of the Year goes to the emo most used on the channel this year. The one that you, the community, used overwhelmingly to express yourselves here. There are many emotes now that added to the channel, some of which Twitch finally let out of Twitch jail so that we could look at them after a very long time. Remember when Ace Heart was being held hostage from us? Remember those days? Which was the other one? I think the sleepy one was also held hostage for a while. And I think the most benign. And it was really funny because I was just like, why this one? But we're now finally ready to announce the winner of Emo of the Year. And that award goes to... Where is it? That award goes to this one. The original, the first, the most pretty in my opinion. The one that took the least amount of time to draw. The one with the weirdest the weirdest little the weirdest little legs you ever did see. He's just so round. I think that's what I enjoy about him most. He's so round. It's got little spikes. I don't know why I decided to put flowers there, but I did. I don't know why the flowers are shaped like hearts. Who knows? It happened. It's here. And it's this emote. I wrote down the name of the emote somewhere, and I can't remember where I put it. Because I was going to read it out because it's unbearably long, and anyone who types it, I'm so sorry. Because my uh it this one took way less than the others. I don't know why it took so little time to just like he just turned up. The other ones I had to plan more, but like this one he just appeared and I was like, hello, I'm keeping you forever. He's so cute. I even bought my own sticker of him from myself. Oop, wrong one. You didn't see anything. Is it in a was ceremony without some sort of broadcasting accident? And now for the second award of the night. And that award is Game of the Year. Let me find the Game of the Year. Game of the Year. One minute, let me find. Where have I put the notes? Oh, here we are. Game of the Year. We've played a few games this year and experienced many technical difficulties doing so. From being muted to destroying the the viewer's hearing with game music. Oh, let's think of some of the technical difficulties we've had. The Book of Unwritten Tales 2 definitely had audio problems. Because it used to destroy my ears. Not just yours. Minecraft, I used to have massive problems getting it the right aspect ratio, and I don't know why. Many issues I had. Game of the Year 2022 is sponsored by Twitch Chat. Game of the Year goes to the game that I like playing the most this year. And there's only one game that is not included in this section, and that's Valiant Hearts, because even though it deserves a special mention, because I did enjoy playing it in 2022, I didn't finish it, so it's not included. It's going to be rolled over to this year. But here's a collection of the runners-up. Minecraft, the first game we played on the channel. I'm really happy that I chose Minecraft because it's a game that I knew how to play, and I knew what I was, well, say I knew what I was doing. It's not a very not a very true statement there, but it was easy to play, and it didn't require too many of my brain cells to play it, which was great because back when I was playing Minecraft on stream, it took all of my brain cells to remember how to do everything just to start and stop stream. So I'm grateful for it being here. Second runner up, The Sims 2. We played it for one stream. And then I lost my external CD DVD player that I used for it. And now I found it, it's in a drawer, but I can't get it out because it's all packed up to move house. But Sims 2 may or may not be back. I might upgrade to Sims 3 because for the visual non-cursedness of Sims 3 is way higher than Sims 2. Sims 2 has so many memories for me from childhood of borrowing it from a friend and just playing it constantly. Like, if some, I know there's a lot of people who've played a lot of DBD in this in the chat right now. I easily have like 5,000 hours in The Sims 2. I used to play the same family until my computer literally couldn't cope anymore, and then you would get those graphical errors where like the rest of the town would just disappear, or like ghosts would just break the game because there was too many of them. No, in Sims 4 they added like if I mean I used in Sims 4 they used to add they added your Sims forgetting them so that the generational ghosts would disappear, but in Sims 2 there's none of that. They just stack. And I used to make custom content for Sims 2. And I totally forgot about till we pulled we pulled the game out, and I'm like, I look at like the interface you have to use to do it, and I'm like, how did I do this? How did I do that with what we were given? Runner up number 3, everything. Everything is a game about everything. It's an art game, made by an artist, and contains philosophy and weird animals, and I don't know, you can be an oxygen molecule if you want to be. You can be a dodecahedron if you want to be. You can be a planet. You can be a pulsar. You can be a duck. And once I was a lobster. And like all the objects have thoughts that you can collect, and some of them are very deep, and some of them are just like, I don't like the rain, and that's fine. This is a game for people like me who like wandering around and not really playing a game, which is what I used to do with the Harry Potter games, just wander around Hogwarts and refuse to play the game part of the game. Just look for hidden areas and hidden objects and stuff. Collect those the cards that you used to collect. But I don't know. I feel like that's what a lot of us kids that had like one game bought for us a year did. Gotta make it last. And now we stand here. We stand here waiting to find out the game of the year. Are there any guesses from the audience as to who the winner of this year's game of the year is? Can you remember any of the games that we played that haven't been mentioned? TBD. TBD. the Oh, Life is Strange. Oh, I hate that game so much. It's up there with Life is Strange. Then it's the the horror one. The horror one where you're on a mountain and the two sisters die, and then it's like meant to be a horror movie. Adam got the absolute worst ending that one time. That game, anyway. It's up there with that and the squeaky door game. The horrible squeaky door game. There's something else I don't like. I can't remember what it is, but those games. And the winner of the category I've forgotten. The winner of Game of the Year is Game of the Year 2002. 2002. Yeah, we've time travel. Game of the Year 2022 is The Book of Unwritten Tales 2 by King Art Games. It was so good we time travelled before it was made. I love this game. Could you believe it could be any other game that I've played? Could it literally be anyone else? I love this game. It's just so long. I love the jokes. I love the I love the parody. I even love the extremely painful and relevant political satire of this game. I love that there's a wizard that LARPs as a delivery driver. I love that the world is, instead of being destroyed by the darkness, it's being destroyed by pink cute things. And even though the ending is so annoying. They ended it on a cliffhanger and then didn't make a third game. And I'm not salty about that at all. Even though we can hold out hope maybe because it was their most popular game and they did make a game this year and release it, so maybe they were Maybe I'm delusional. Maybe I'm delusional, but maybe they are working on something. There will be a third. Please. Please. Please be a third one that doesn't end on a cliffhanger so that we know what happens to like half the characters. Because I feel like I'm pretty sure someone falls down a hole at the end and we're like, well, what happens to them? And it's like, you'll never know. We made this game in 2014. It's a very weird sequel because you literally don't have to know anything about the first game to play it because it tells you what happened. And there are just many Terry Pratchett references and like other game references that I really love. And it has one of the best like mechanics in a game that I've seen in a really long time. And there's a time travel scene where instead of just being like, oh, you're in the past now, it's like it takes you through the history of game graphics and then you end up in like the ancient times of a text adventure, and it's really cool. It's so cool. I really love it. Actually, the first time that I played it and I got to that part, it got me really into playing really old text adventures. And like if you think point and click is hard to play, like 90s point and click is hard to play because of all like the weird things they want you to do. Imagine doing that without any kind of picture as a reference. Because that's what text adventures are. And another thing I loved about it was it being a narrative game because that was so helpful when I mean I needed a guide for certain parts of the Book of Unwritten Tales Part 2 because I was like, how would you ever figure this out? But it wasn't as bad as what's another game that I was thinking of? Another point and click that I've played. I can't remember. There was another one where it was just impossible to play without a walkthrough. Oh, there's a 90s FMV horror game where if you don't have a walkthrough, you literally you can't you can't finish it because the things you have to do to actually get to that point are like so weird that you would never ever think of doing it. And I would mention it, but it's extremely cursed. So I might talk about it in on Discord sometime. But yeah, playing a narrative game, especially really early on in streaming, was really helpful because you have the game story to like lean back on when things aren't going great. Because you're like worried about all the other things of stream and like trying to make something whole cloth up or dealing with like matches and stuff would have been really really hard to like juggle when you're like still scared of streaming and have no one to talk to. And now for the third award. Hopefully, the audio has been fixed back from that YouTube video. So let me know. But we're gonna do our third award, and the third award is for most popular clip. What would life as a Twitch streamer be without clips? Clips are important for helping archive the funny and weird moments of the past, not just for the streamer but also the community. Everyone has their favourite moment, and your favourite moment this year was chosen simply by watching. uh, and the one that you watched the most is the one that wins this award. Pretty simple. The clip about to be named Clip of the Year 2022, sponsored by Twitch Chat, is this one. When I find out where it is. Here we are. No, it's still on the YouTube. Wait a second. We didn't see anything. We didn't see anything. You're not seeing this. It's this one. Oh, let me see. There we go. It's this one that you can't see the name of right now. Let's see if it works. Prepare thine ears.
What's your problem? I'm offering you help and saving you a lot of work.
Oh, boo-hoo, cry me a river.
Cry me a river. Gnome. Cry me a river. Gnome. And that clip was called Shinyhedgepig, and it was clipped by Adamantly Me, and it's my most viewed clip. And what a clip it was. That's from the Book of Unwritten Tales 2, and it's at a point in the game where I just started losing my mind. What a clip. I say start losing my mind, I always lose my mind. So it's lose my mind every stream. And what a clip it was. But it's not the only clip winning an award tonight. We still have Clip of the Year. Clip of the Year. Up for grabs. But before that, it's time to pay homage to the things we lost in 2022. Oops. Wrong button. Rest in peace to the squeaky chair, 2017 to 2022. The way you squeaked so loudly on stream and made me sit on a dining room chair for streams will never be forgotten. R.I.P. I'm sure we all have many memories of the squeaky chair. Just a short moment of silence for the squeaky chair. And now we go to clip of the year. Except I put on must watch clip, and that's not what we want. Clip of the year. I mean, the squeaky chair was thrown. It was broken into pieces by me and thrown into a skip and taken away from the house to be crushed in a waste recycling centre. So it's definitely dead. It's gone. It's dead and gone. And to be fair, it put up with a lot. So it put up with a lot from me. And it didn't used to be so squeaky. it just had like a year and a half of being very squeaky. And doing that thing that office chairs do when they're on their way out, where you're sat on it and then it just slowly descends until you're on the floor. Clip of the year goes to the clip I found most interesting, funny, or moving from 2022. There were a lot of runners up for this category, and it was really hard to choose my favourite clip. So I kind of just wanted to show you a few different clips, a bit of everything that happened this year, and there are quite a few of them. So we're going to move on to that without any further ado. So here are the runners up. Let me make sure that I close the one that I don't need anymore. I don't need this one, so I can get rid of it. Goodbye to that one. Right. These are the runners up. That's not the one. That's not the one. This is the one we need to get rid of. Here we go. Here we go. I mean, we can pretend it's a live decision. I did only decide maybe an hour before stream which one it actually was, and I did change it, maybe controversially. We'll have to we'll have to find out when I tell you which one it was going to be later on. But right now, we're gonna watch quite a few Twitch clips. And I think I'm going to turn them up a little bit because last time it was a bit quiet. Let me know if it's too loud. Extremely controversial. Extremely. Here we go. Like I said, let me know if they're all quiet, because the point of showing them is so we can hear them. I'm at the point where I'm just like, does this work with this? Does this work with this? Does this work with this? And that clip was point and click stream turns into just clicking. The next clip is this one. Check out this blue drink. It's lemon and blue raspberry flavour. I will not spill it on my keyboard. What you can't see from this clip is that my keyboard is like immediately above the 15 pounds bit, and I did nearly spill. I did nearly spill the drink on it. I was also like really fascinated with how it looks like pool water from like a cartoon. And this was called "I Will Not Spill Blue Juice on My Keyboard." The next contendant is this one. Spring bulbs planted, and the spring bulbs are planted in it, and in the spring, obviously spring, the they come out, and it makes the whole street look purple, and it's just pretty. And then when it gets to like May, there's a lot of like cornflowers and just a true representation of my brain's ability to not remember words. That's spring is when spring happens. And this one is called "It's Scripted" because I wrote a script for this. Because I was like, what if I panic and then forget how to read human words? And so if it comes off as scripted, that's because it is. It's the joy. This one is also extremely relevant because I did script a lot of this stream. I literally have like a little script that tells me what scene I need to be in. It still was a lot. And then we have late for stream because eating melon. I was late because I was eating melon. And you might say, aren't you allergic to a melon? And the answer to that is yes, but I'm not allergic enough to not eat it. So it's still true. I do sometimes still eat melon when I'm allergic to it. But there's different types of melon that I'm more allergic to than others, and then sometimes I accidentally eat the one that I'm more allergic to, and that always sucks. Because watermelon, I'm almost completely fine eating watermelon, but the yellow one, the yellow one, and the one that has it's green on the inside, and it has like a weird like brain kind of texture. That one too. They're both evil. Yeah, honeydew. Yeah, honeydew. I think the other one's gala melon, I think. I can eat the one that's orange on the inside. The orange one that I don't tend to eat because it looks a lot like papaya, and I am very allergic to papaya. So I don't trust it if it's in like a fruit pack or something, because it could be the other one, and that's I don't think so. I don't think anyone watched anyone play that. I I only know it because I bought a papaya before I realised that I was allergic to it, and then I had to wear gloves to handle it for my sister. Papaya isn't something that I really come across in life where I live anyway. The next clip is this a very new one, as you can tell by the clothing. This one is the one that almost made the winner. So this is be prepared to see the other one and compare them for what you think. But this is the one that almost made it. Welcome in to our new friend. This is a very weird stream to start following, but welcome into the urine review. We're in the middle right now of looking at the runners up for clip of the year. I don't judge you for starting starting a follow right now. But yeah, this is a very new one. It's a clip that's only 7 days old right now. No, again, just run directly into hand grenades. You could be here for some time. Any kind of throw any kind of thing that you could just run straight into trouble. And this one's called just run directly into the hand grenade. This one is attempting to read a German name from when I was reading Sherlock short stories on stream. Rollable agitation. Then with a gesture of desperation he tore the mask from his face, hurled it upon the ground. "You are right," he cried. "I am the king. Why should I attempt to conceal it?" "Why indeed," murmured Holmes. "Your Majesty had not spoken before I was aware that I was addressing Wilhelm Gottsreich, Sigismund von Ormstein, Grand Duke of Kassel-Felstein, and hereditary King of Bohemia." Really went with a huge German name just to get me. It's like, Raven, you did learn German 10 years ago, right? Do you remember any of it? No. Here's a big name for you to pronounce. But you can understand, said our strange visitor. I did learn German. I did learn German like 10 years ago. And all I remember is vaguely how to pronounce words. Oh look, it's an art stream. Remember when I did those? They will come back at some point. I just need to be able to find all the stuff that I need to do it. This one is called Garlic Flavoured Concrete. I tried to make a new recipe for garlic crackers, and they didn't come out the way that I wanted them to. This one's so quiet. I'm turning it up. Instead of being like a cracker, it came out more like garlic flavoured concrete. So it's not something you can eat if you have any fillings, because it feels like you're risking. For anyone that didn't hear that, because I think that was all of us, I tried to make a new garlic cracker recipe and it turned into just like a rock hard slab that was more like concrete. Oh, it's a clip. It's a clip from the debut stream. Pies don't have arms. For pretty much all of that time, I've gone with this low resolution image of a cheese and vegetable pie with garden peas for eyes as my PFP. It's pretty hard for a pie to take a selfie, alright? It's down to the whole not having arms thing. A not small number of people. The old PFP that I still use. And I think there's one more. Let's check. Oh no, there's no, there's 4. Well, at least you knew it wasn't a monkey. Like literally everyone is like, is that a monkey? Is that a monkey? A monkey. It's what I usually got. I think Ellie was like, is that a monkey? To me before. And I was like, no, it's a pie. And then they were like, oh. This is also a very new clip. I feel like a genius. We assumed the 6 was first. But could it be that it's the 4 first? Is it 4, 6, 8? I feel like a genius right now. I truly did feel like a genius when that happened, because I had so much math that I was doing. I was doing so much math to try and figure out this puzzle, and it was literally just like put the numbers in the order that they exist. Oh. This is a very relevant clip to our in memoriam section of the award ceremony. And here we have the revenge of the squeaky chair. Hello! I want to apologise for being in the squeaky chair there, so. It is really squeaky. I may have to go find the other chair. Because like this is literally the sound it makes. It was so loud that chat. The devs for that game with the squeaky door in it. That one sound of a squeaky door could have owned this chair and made a better game. And that's why I threw it in skip. And it's gone forever. Well, it is true that that game, the game that is the bane of my life, where, for anyone who doesn't know about the game, it was a game a friend was playing, and the whole mechanic of the game is that you have to open and close doors to hide from evil baby and collect dolls to prevent it from murdering you or something like that. I can't remember fully, but for a game whose entire mechanic was opening and closing a door, they had one audio file of a door opening, a creaky door opening, just one, and the whole game it's just this one sound. And I was like, do these developers not own a door? Do they not have a door of their own? Are they just trapped in an alternate universe where the doors don't exist? Because I don't know how they could make it and not realize that this was going to infuriate people. Second to last clip. This is also a relatively new clip. It's from 12 days ago. And it's called I'm Only Good at Throwing Shot Balls. Guess we throw it here. Nope. Nope. That's where you learn that I'm terrible at throwing things. Apart from the shot ball. Nope. Nope. I guess we have to go closer and we're gonna get shot by accident and get up. Right, we have to go when he's reloading, which I don't trust yet. So you're gonna wait. This is why I don't really play war games. Or FPS. Because I'm just terrible at throwing. And here's the last one that was in contention for Clip of the Year. And I think it really just shows what I'm like as a person. It's from one of the rotoscoping streams that I did, that I need to finish this rotoscope at some point. 1 AM, and then I woke up at 5 AM, and I think I spent like 2 hours spinning wool, because that's the thing that I do now. And then I went back to bed because tired, because I woke up at 5 AM, and then I didn't get up till midday. And then my arm was hurting. I'm like, why does my arm hurt? Maybe it's because he was spinning for 2 hours. And you haven't done it since like January. It's very much me though to do something and then like later on the day be like, why am I in pain? Why am I in pain? Like right now. Why am I in pain? Why does my back hurt so much? And then it's like, oh, I knit a jumper for about 5 hours today. Maybe that has something to do with it. I did finish the back of the jumper though, and then immediately think, oh no, I followed the instructions wrong. Do I have to pull it all out again? And then measured it on me and was like, oh no, it's fine. So now we're a quarter of the way through a jumper. And once you've done the back and the front, the sleeves aren't that hard because they're way smaller. And they don't take forever. They don't take literal days to do. But I thought I didn't have as much wool as I needed for the jumper. So I bought more wool. And then I was sorting through my wool to like pack some of it away. And I found I already have 2 balls of wool extra. And I was like, oh, oops. Because one of the New Year's resolutions I have this year that I'm going to talk about later has to do with how much art stuff I have in the house. And I was just like, oops, I just did the opposite of what I want to do with that. I guess that's what we're doing. So those were the runners up for clip of the year. We'll see how controversial my choice was in a second when we look at who was the winner of clip of the year. Let me make sure that I'm showing you the right thing. Here we are, the winner of clip of the year. Here we go. There's a lot that goes into being clip of the year. Sometimes it's the showcasing of my own stupidity that goes into making a great clip. The fear chat has that I will destroy yet another keyboard with liquid. Maybe we were just happy that I was actually able to do maths for once. And we have to honour the work that Squeaky Chair did for all of us. Which has now been replaced with this chair, which I'm sure you can hear squeaking a little bit. But should once I actually glue the leg properly, not squeak. But I'm back in a dining table chair. we have to honour that old chair. We remember it through the new chair. But now we have come to the time to name the winner of Clip of the Year 2022, sponsored by Twitch Chat. Clip of the Year is this one that you can't see. Oops. Oh, come on. Where has it gone? No, not that one. That's not the one. Where is it? I have it open. Let's just let's just copy and paste it over. That's what I was gonna say. Copy and paste it over into this one. Oh, it's muted. We don't want that. Now we've recovered. Deep breaths, deep breaths. This one is called In My Fear. I opened a file. And it is very funny to me. Here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot Freddy's on the roof. I never want to be this close to a Zeppelin. Oh, well that was over quickly. Dead one. Oh no! Oh no! I opened something else by accident. In my fear, I opened a file. So many pieces. Right. Back here. Here we go. Here's the award for Clip of the Year. In my fear, I opened a file. It Violet Hearts does have a lot of clips, but that's purely because I didn't clip a lot of the Book of Unwritten Tales because I was going to release it as a full thing, but there's clips that I am making in Filmora instead. Yeah. And I figured it's easier just to watch the VOD on Twitch, clip the things that I want clipped, and make notes for anything that I want to edit out on Twitch. And then download it, edit it, and then put it on YouTube, than it was to download it, edit the clips out, edit the video, and then upload them. It was just easier that way. It took way less time. That's my advice for anyone wanting to do that. What do I have to say about this? Clip of the year. Truly, that clip was the culmination of everything this year. Sometimes you accidentally press the Windows key, and sometimes you just open a file accidentally containing your ancient Star Trek fanfiction. That's literally what happened. I don't know what happened. I just spammed keys in fear of the Zeppelin, and it opened a file that I don't even know that I still had. And now that all the awards have been given out, it's time for the thanks section of the awards. And here I'm going to hold the award and thank people. I don't know, do I just put it up here? Put it here. I'll put it here so it looks like it's still on the floor. There we go. My thanks for this year, and every year really, from 2019 onwards, go in a large part to Adam's community. I turned up there on the 5th of December 2019 with pneumonia so bad that I couldn't lie down without drowning in fluid, which is just some nice overly descriptive words for my medical situation at the time for you all. There I met a cool group of people playing Firewatch that did their best to look out for me and make me mod to keep me safe there. A lot of people have left since then, but Adam and Paul both encouraged me to start making YouTube videos again. That's where my weird YouTube videos come from. Is their encouragement to do it and to use it as like a speech therapy sort of thing for myself. If you've ever had the dubious pleasure of being in a voice call with me, I'm there and able to be understood, because me and Adam used to have like 4-hour long one-on-one VC calls on Discord where I was almost incomprehensible because of stuttering and how quiet I was. And I actually I don't know if I've ever told anyone, but I used to be in like physical pain after them because I hadn't spoke really all that much for about 5 years at that point, other than talking to my therapist for like an hour every week. I from memory I used to only say like 15 words a day or something. It was really bad. And because of that, all the muscles that like involved in talking were pretty atrophied, so speaking, I got stuck in a loop where like I was too anxious to talk, and the anxiety made me not talk. The not talking made my muscles weaker. My muscles being weaker made it painful to talk, so I talked less, and then it just kind of spiraled. But having like a reason to turn up and talk to someone was very important for me, because like I said, I was almost non-verbal back then. And now, look at me now. Now you can't get me to, well, in comparison, now you can't get me to shut up. And I often feel like I'm talking too much, and I think people should tell me to shut up more often. Enough about Adam. Now, Paul. Paul used to stream a lot more. Now he's busy doing other things and living his life. But his streams made me really, really happy. And he's always willing to listen to me complain or get overly excited about things. And I like that he makes time to like check up on me now and then, see if I'm doing alright. And I want to thank everyone in the D&D group, which is Chad and Brooke and Abby and Helen and Lucas and Star. That made it sound like I forgot about Star. I did not forget about Star. And now I'm paranoid that I forgot someone. Now I'm paranoid. Oh my god, did I forget about someone? I'm literally going to the D&D Discord right now to check that I didn't miss someone. And Brooke and Helen and Ched and Abby and Star and Lucas. Yes, I did get it right. You'd think I would know at this point. It's not that I don't know, it's just I'm very I find it hard to remember names. I want to thank them all for teaching me how to play the game, because I had listened to podcasts before and I'd wanted to play it, but I didn't have anyone to play it with. And the only people in my life that play D&D, and he said DBD then. There were way too many people in my life that play DBD. The only people in my IRL life that play D&D is literally my sister, who's 13 years younger than me, and I don't think that would be great. And her friends, I don't think that would be great. I also want to thank them for putting up with my terrible maths ability. If we were playing on paper, I would be unbearable, and I would bring a calculator. And also for supporting me through my inability to remember what's going on and how tired I am whenever we play. It's been really nice playing with them. A special thanks also go to Star for all the work she does to make that happen. And I really appreciate that they all listen to me and encourage me to talk about things that I'm interested in, even if they're things that they're not particularly interested in, and for inviting me to the group. I used to get really scared before sessions, right at the beginning, that they didn't actually want me to be there because school bullying trauma. But now we're all close, and I would consider them all good friends, and we hang out at other times too, and it's really important to me. I also want to thank Ellie. Ellie really helped me through a tough time, and I'm really grateful for that. And the conversations and the things that we made together were really fun. And I'm glad that she's streaming again. And I hope she has a fun time doing that. I forgot how much I liked hanging out with her until she started streaming again. Yeah. I do talk about K-pop. I'm thinking about making that a thing for Thursday as well. We watch a song, or at least one song, and then I don't know, talk about it a bit. I don't know what Thursdays are anymore. I'm trying to think of a thing to do. I know everyone likes hanging out and talking, but I don't. I don't. It makes it sound like I don't like talking. I don't know whether to add something a bit more structured to it, is what I was going to say. Speaking hard words, not good. Where am I in this list of things? There are more people to thank, I'm pretty sure, and there's more things that I could have said. But I wrote the script for this entire event in a rush on Thursday, and then I opened it this morning and I hated that script and I deleted it. And then I wrote this script in 4 hours before stream started, and I realised that I'd messed something up with the scenes at 6 o'clock, and I had to go fix that. So if you were left out of this know that I really appreciate the help everyone's given me over the time that I've been on Twitch, whether it was before with my other name in the before times. The before times of stream. Or whether you know me by this name. Everyone, the followers and lurkers, the chatters, the VIPs, the subs, the mods, you all helped make this happen, and I'm very grateful for how far the stream has come. Like I said, I didn't think that this would still be a thing that was happening. It's come so far, but where are we going? I don't know. I have some plans for what I want to do in 2023, and by some that means I have a Google Doc that is several pages long and rammed with ideas. But at some point, like I said, I am moving house this year, and I don't know how long that's going to take, or what the internet situation is going to be, or how long it's going to be to set up, how strong it's going to be, whether I'm going to have to drill a hole in the floor to poke an Ethernet cable through. Who knows? Who knows what we're going to have to do to make this happen. But we're going to make the best of whatever time we have together this year. And I hope that I'm going to be able to do more things with a more settled schedule that doesn't make me feel anxious all the time for work. So hopefully with that there will be more things for YouTube. I will make more music for the music rotation that isn't cursed and won't destroy your ears. We're going to have at some point a new set of overlays. I'm going to make more clothes. We're going to have more accessories for the wheel spinner. I'm going to ask people for ideas for that, like what you would like to see. I might have arms. I might have arms at some point. I do actually have a set of arms in the wheel right now. And they're quite impressive. There's plenty of writing prompts to pull out of the box that I keep them in. I have like a big cardboard box that's just full of writing prompts because I get ideas a lot, but I'm not very good at following through on those ideas. So I thought it would be a good idea to like share them, and that's a redeem that you can redeem here. But I think it's paused at the moment because the box is literally in with other things to move house with. I talked about writing prompts. I want to do more craft streams. That they're definitely in the works because there's so many things that I want to sew this year. But like I said, they're all packed up already. I literally last night at maybe 11 p.m. during the mod meeting that we had, was in the middle of buying a hat pattern off Etsy. When I was taking notes and supposed to be fixing all the things for this stream. But who knows where we're headed. Like I said, I just want to have a good time with you, and I want this to be a place that when you're having a bad time you can come hang out here and be distracted from whatever's going on. A place that you can rest up long enough to go back out on your adventures in the world and then come back and tell me about them. I wanna the number one biggest thing that I want to do this year is try and improve the audio. um that's like number one priority for me. Like all the other things are cosmetic and they're things that I could do whenever. But audio is like number one because this mic has done so much, but it's almost impossible to work with. And thanks Ted for saying that. It's so hard to get it to sound anywhere near what I want it to sound like, or like to improve it. um, like the amount of stuff that I had to do to it to make it sound like this is a lot. And it makes it really hard to record audio, which is something that I want to do in the new year. Like I want to go back to making drama review things, but full episode ones are really really hard to do because I'm not a concise person. But I thought maybe I don't know, I want to do something with dramas, and I've talked to people about having that like 5-word description of a drama thing. Or like 5-word review or something. And I keep saying like there's a Chinese drama called Farewell My Princess, and the review that I would give that is like shitty husband is shitty in 2 lives. Even though that's not 5 words, but you get what I'm saying. What was I gonna say? So yeah, audio's a priority that I'm gonna make. If anyone has a mic that they would like to recommend, I'd be very grateful if you could we could talk about it in Discord, but because looking at them online is confusing as AF, and I know there's a lot of people that stream and sound better than me, so and like, I mean, this mic right now is a lapel mic with a cable on it that is like 10 meters long. That is attached to those phone arms you get for like looking at your phone in bed. It's attached to one of them with a paperclip and a rubber band that I had to put on while wearing gloves because I'm allergic to the rubber band. And then that has a pair of fluffy bed socks over it, and that is the audio setup right now. So I don't think it can really get much worse than that, unless we go back to phone audio. Although my phone is now a better phone, so maybe it wouldn't be as bad. Who knows? So that's one of my goals for 2023. The other goals I have are mostly just like to have a good time, to actually upload things. Once I move to stream more regularly than it has been since like September, because it's been very very hard to figure out when I was doing stuff because of work. And another goal that I've had that I've been thinking about is to make a sub jumper. I don't know how feasible that's going to be or what it would entail, but I thought it would be a nice physical representation of what the community is. I can figure it out more later. But essentially, it would be like if you subbed, you could pick a colour, and then I would knit it into a jumper. So I don't know whether I would knit like little squares, or whether it would just be like a row of that colour in the jumper. But I thought that that would be like a cool thing and like a cool physical representation of it. It's just something I thought about. And I used to follow someone who made a sub perler bead thing. So descriptive. But they would have like a square mat thing for perler beads, and then if you subbed, you got to pick a colour and put it onto the perler bead thing, and then once they filled the square, they would iron it and then like hang it on their wall to make like a wall of them. And I thought that was a cool idea, and like I could knit, and knitting takes way less wool than crochet. And I don't know, having like a jumper that represents that might be cool. But that's my rambling end to the stream. And now I have other goals and stuff, but they're all reliant on moving. So I don't really want to talk about them until I have a more solid like reality of what the rest of the year is going to be. No, don't. Oh, we're back to the beginning of stream where Streamlabs tried to destroy everybody. Why are you time down? Come on. How dare they? How dare they? There we go. Free. You should be free. Fly free, Brooke. Fly free. I don't know. You probably over the emote limit for Streamlabs. I think you were literally the exact limit it's set. I think if you put 9 emotes, you would have been fine, but you put 10. You were too ambitious. Oh, remember during the debut stream when Streamlabs decided that any kind of caps in a sentence would just get you the message deleted. Oh, it's all happening. What? Streamlabs. Streamlabs is drunk. A minute. There we go, we'll leave. I think I've just turned it off, so hopefully it shouldn't come for you. How dare it? What is going on? Oh, that can be our another New Year's resolution. Fix what Streamlabs is. Fix Streamlabs so it doesn't aggressively go for people. It's alright, you're allowed to hate Streamlabs. We're allowed to bully Streamlabs here. Because it shouldn't be so aggressive. It's not set at like a crazy thing. It's meant to be like minimum. It's meant to be like minimum protection. because it's just meant to be like just to catch the most egregious problems. Hey Emperor, you're catching the very end of the the stream awards. I'm literally about to say the very end thing that I was gonna say, but essentially we've talked about things that happened this year and some goals for the new year, and I was literally about to say this. And now we come to the ending of the end of the year stream awards. I hope that everyone had a good time and other pleasant niceties. Talking about things that have happened so far this year was pretty cool. It was nice to see everybody. I know this was super last minute because I only decided to do it on Wednesday, but next year it will have proper planning in place and more structure, and also probably more categories. There will probably be more awards. Like I said, I don't know what long-term plans are for things. Because of, like I said, house moving. But at least I can tell you that next week we will be playing Valiant Hearts. Because I want to finish it. And I hope that you can make that. But if you can't, there's no pressure to do so, because I will be recording them and putting them on YouTube. I want to thank everybody that came today. I want to thank Adam for resubbing. I want to thank Shissel for turning up and following, being our 61st follower. I want to thank Brooke for coming. I want to thank Adam for coming. I want to thank Cheddar for coming. I want to thank Kristen for coming. I don't know whether you're changing what you want people to go by yet or not. We've not talked about it. I don't want to thank Streamlabs for its aggressiveness. And I want to say thanks to Emperor for coming too. It's always nice to see you come back, despite everything that I do here. You keep, some of you just keep coming back. So, the Golden Hedgehog was won by many different things this year. Let's see what happens next year. Bye bye. See you maybe Tuesday.